The Toronto Raptors have landed Kawhi Leonard in a blockbuster trade for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and some draft capital. So of course, in today's video, we're going to rebuild the new look Raptors, and the ultimate goal is to win this team a championship with none other than Kawhi. And I personally love this trade for the Raptors. I feel like they've been needing a true consistent #1 scoring option, which now they most definitely have. But after taking a closer look at our team, we definitely need some more three-point shooting. Currently in our starting lineup, the only good shooters we have is Kawhi Leonard and Quickly, so floor spacing could possibly be a problem unless we sign someone here in free agency or make a trade. And we're going to be able to sign ourselves a sharp shooter in Duncan Robinson. He only wants a minimum, so let's go ahead and give him a 2-year contract minimum. Will he accept? And yes, he does. So we bring in Duncan Robinson on a 2-year deal off the bench unit to provide our team with offense and three-point shooting. Before we go in the regular season, I am contemplating on whether we should trade away RJ Barrett for a better three-point shooter. So I'm going to go out there, look for some trades, and if I find a good one that I feel like could help our team's future, I'll make sure to show y'all. RJ Barrett doesn't even want to sign a contract extension with our team. He actually wants to test free agency. So after thinking long and hard, we are going to be trading away RJ Barrett to the Milwaukee Bucks, and they are offering us Tyler Hero, who's an amazing three-point shooter and is going to be our brand new starting shooting guard. We're going to give up to the Bucks RJ Barrett and a first-round pick. I will also throw in some second-rounders here for Tyler Hero, and just like that, we bring in Hero as a brand new starting shooting guard. Before I give you all a rundown of the new rotation, I do want to say that we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so it would be appreciated if y'all could hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, like the video and hype the video. It really does support out the channel a ton. Now here we are at the start of this season with the brand new rotation. So in our starting lineup, we got ourselves Emmanuel Quickly, Tyler Hero, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl. Then off the bench, we have Jacoby Walter, Colin Murray-Boyles, Duncan Robinson, and Jamison Battle. And I am loving the way this rotation of ours is looking. I feel like we could definitely go out there and win a championship. And since Kawhi Leonard is 35 years old, the window to win a championship is not very large. So we're going to have to do everything we can to compete and win ourselves a championship ASAP. But now let's simulate the first few games and see how we do. The first game is up against the Nets, who we go on to defeat 126-90, and Kawhi Leonard in his Raptors debut dropping 30 points, 21 from Walter, and 17 from Hero in his debut. Let's see if we can also defeat the Portland Trailblazers here for the second game. Can we? And yes, we can. 148-117. Our offense was elite. Kawhi Leonard with a 30-piece, 25 Hero, and 24 from Scotty with 6 stocks as well. And to start out the season, we will be rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency balance under Darko Rajakovic. And now I'm going to go ahead and simulate until the end of this season, but of course, if there are any trades to be made, I will be stopping here at the trade deadline to show you all. I have stopped here on contract extension day, and there is a few players on our team I would like to extend, one of them being our star player Kawhi Leonard. He wants extension. We're going to go ahead and extend him for the next 4 seasons. Will he take a little bit of pay cut? Let's see here. We could give him about $40 million annually, and he goes on to accept the contract. We also need to re-sign Tyler Hero, so let's go ahead and extend him as well. He has been playing amazing. We'll pay him about $20 million annually over the next 4 seasons, which he also goes on to accept. There are also a few players down here that I did not realize. Jamison Battle has actually been playing really good for us. We're only playing him about 13 minutes a game, but his shooting splits have been phenomenal. 50% from the field and 46% from the three-point line. So we're going to go ahead and extend him over the next 3 seasons, paying him about $5 million annually. And then Jonathan Mogbo hasn't been a part of this rotation, but we could possibly trade him in the offseason, so we'll extend him for 1 season, paying him $5 million. And the same for Jamal Shed. We'll extend him just to flip this offseason. At the end of this season, Victor Wembanyama goes on to win an MVP, Cameron Boozer Rookie of the Year, Jalen Green 6-man, Wemby Defensive Player also Most Improved goes to Wemby, Tyrese Halliburton Clutch Player, our head coach Darko Rajakovic Coach of the Year, and we also go on to win Executive of the Year. Now let's see if we get ourselves any All-NBA selections here. No one on an All-NBA first team. And we do get ourselves Scotty Barnes on an All-NBA third team, but I believe that will be all. Somehow Kawhi Leonard does not make an All-NBA team, even though he played phenomenal. On an All-Defensive team, we do land Scotty Barnes, and that will be it for awards. But that's okay, because we ended this season as the #1 seed, winning 67 games and losing only 15. In the regular season, we were absolutely unstoppable, but now hopefully we're able to continue that momentum into the playoffs. Before we jump into the playoffs, let me show you guys our player stats. So the leading scorer on our team was none other than Kawhi Leonard, averaging 25.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. I'm not sure how Kawhi did not get any award at all, because in my opinion, he should have also gotten an all-defensive team with an all-NBA. His defensive numbers were phenomenal as well. 20 points per game from Tyler Hero, and this man was amazing. 50, 40, 90 shooting splits. I'm so glad we traded for him when we did. 20 points per game from Scotty, 14 quickly, 12 from Walter, and 11 from Jakob Poeltl. Let's also take a look at team stats here. So the offensive rating, we had the 3rd best offensive rating with the number 1 best defensive rating and the number 1 best point differential. We were making about 15 3-pointers a game, so we were actually a really good 3-point shooting team this season. And now it is time for the playoffs, and in the first round, we are taking on the New York Knicks, defending champs, and they have the same starting lineup with Jalen Brunson, Bridges, OG, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. And now it's time to start simulating the playoffs here. Let's see how things go. Game number 1, oh god, we end up losing here 117 to 114. Kawhi played amazing, but sadly we do fall short. Game 2, thankfully we secure the win 129 to 107. Kawhi Leonard with 27, 23 Hero, and 22 from Scotty Barnes. I'm not even sure how the New York Knicks ended this season being a play-in team, especially after winning a championship, and this starting lineup is phenomenal, so I have absolutely no clue, but of course we get the toughest challenge in the first round against the Knicks. Game number 3, we also secure the win. Hero going off here for 39 points, Leonard 27, and a 16-point double-double from Scotty. Game 4, thank God, we go up 3-1, 119 to 85, and in this game, Hero had 24, Leonard with a 23-point double-double, and 16 from Walter. And we do not close things out in Game 5. Oh god, it's going to a Game 7. Of course, we end up falling short here in Game 6. 103 to 100. In this game, Leonard played amazing with 41, 19 Hero, but sadly we do end up losing. I was taking a look at player stats to see how our team is doing, and other than Kawhi Leonard and Tyler Hero, our entire team is struggling compared to the regular season. Like Scotty's efficiency has gone down from 52% to 43%, Quickly is only shooting 43% and 29% from the 3-point line. Walter 32%. A lot of players' efficiencies have dropped, so we need to step it up here in Game 7 in order for us to secure this win. We do have home court advantage on our side, and okay, it looks like we're going to end up losing here to the New York Knicks to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. And after this loss to the New York Knicks, be prepared for the offseason because we're going to make some very big trades. Clearly, we're not championship contenders, so we're still going to go out there in the offseason, make some big moves so we could go out there and compete for a championship next year. But now let's simulate past the playoffs. In the NBA Finals, we have the Wolves taking on the Pacers, and the Timberwolves going to win with Anthony Edwards winning Finals MVP. And in the playoffs this year, there were a lot of disappointments on our team. One of them being Scotty Barnes, who was supposed to be this player averaging 20 points per game like he did in the regular season. But of course, he went down to shooting 39% from the field and 27% from the 3. As well as quickly, our starting point guard, 28% from the 3-point line from 41% in the regular season. And Jacoby Walter, another disappointment. He was supposed to be our 6-man player, providing our bench unit with scoring, but come playoff time, he choked. For staff signings, we're not going to be firing our head coach, Darko Rajakovic. I feel like that playoff loss was not his fault whatsoever. It was more so our players not being able to hit their shots. So if anyone's going to go, it's the players that were not playing well. I don't know if we got ourselves any picks here in this draft. Let's take a look. And yeah, we don't have ourselves any picks, so let's go to team player option and see which team player options we got to pick up here. Colin Murray Boyles, I will pick up the team option for, and the same for Jacoby Walter. Qualifying offers, we do not need to re-sign anyone here unless I'm mistaken. And yeah, so we don't need to re-sign anyone in free agency. We do have about $5.8 million we could spend. So let me look around here and see which signings would make most sense for our team. In free agency, I feel like we need some more scoring off of our bench unit because come playoff time, a lot of our players were choking, and offense is something that we definitely needed. CJ McCollum would not be bad whatsoever, but I feel like he's going to end up regressing in overall. What about Dennis Jenkins? 12 points per game, 3 rebounds. He was shooting 42% from the 3-point line, so let's try and sign him here. We do have enough money for him. We'll offer him a 4-year deal, paying him about $5 million annually. And he does go on to accept on a 4-year, $51 million contract. Let's go. The first trade of this offseason we're going to make happen is with the Orlando Magic, sending them Emmanuel Quickley and Duncan Robinson for Jalen Suggs and Noah Penda. Jalen Suggs is an amazing defender. He could be the perfect starting point guard, so let's go ahead and make this trade. I no longer want to keep Quickley, especially after that awful playoff series that he had. I was taking a look at what it would cost for us to land Isaiah Hartenstein, and the Oklahoma City Thunder want Jamal Sheed and Jakob Poeltl. So we're going to make this trade happen and bring in our brand new starting center, Isaiah Hartenstein. In free agency, we could also use ourselves another backup wing. I do kind of want ourselves a good 3-and-D player here, and let's see who's available. We do have Alex Caruso, but I want more so of a power forward. So we're going to try and bring in Kenrich Williams. He's a good 3-point shooter, good defender. He does currently have one offer from another team. What if we give him a 2-year deal? Will he accept us over them? Let's take a look. And no, it looks like he's going to go join the Celtics. So who else could we bring in? Danny Wolf. I don't really want Danny Wolf. Draymond Green's here. Royce O'Neal wouldn't be bad at all. He's a good 3-point shooter, good defender. So let's go ahead and offer him a 2-year deal. I'll do the same for Cam Johnson, or you know what, DeAndre Hunter. I don't really sign him, so let's go ahead and offer him a 2-year deal. He's still a young player, 29 years old. Will both players accept? Kenrich Williams does sign with the Celtics, but we land ourselves DeAndre Hunter and Royce O'Neal. We're here at player progression, and you guys are not going to believe this. Jalen Suggs has jumped up to an 87 overall. This is not what I was expecting, but here we are. I am using somebody's share scenario, and the progression rate is set a little high, but even for that, other players did not progress as much as Jalen Suggs, but I'll take it. Alrighty, here we are at the start of this season with a brand new upgraded 9-man rotation. So in our starting lineup, we've gotten ourselves Jalen Suggs, Tyler Hero, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Off the bench, we have Jacoby Walter, Colin Murray-Boyles, Dennis Jenkins, and DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter is a player that people have forgotten about, but I do feel like we could revive his career here on the Raptors, and I think our team is going to be absolutely unstoppable. Let's simulate the first few games of this season. The first game is up against Jaylen Brown and the Philadelphia 76ers, who we defeat 140-112. And in this game, Leonard had 30, Scotty with 30, 15 from Jalen Suggs in his Raptors debut. Now let's go ahead and simulate the next 3 games and see how many games we could win in this first week. So we do defeat the Hornets, but then go on to lose to the Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. But I guess chemistry still does need to be built. As you guys could see in the bottom left corner, we only have 27% chemistry, so it's still being built on this team. And we will be rolling with a 4.5-star overall system proficiency under our head coach, Darko Rajakovic. And now I'm going to go ahead and simulate until the end of this season, but of course, you guys know if there's any trades to be made, I will be stopping here at the trade deadline to show you all. And there we go, now we're starting to win a lot more games. You guys are not going to believe this. We have 1 game remaining to our season, and Kawhi Leonard is a runner-up to winning MVP. As you guys can see here, this is award races to MVP, and Kawhi Leonard right now is at place number 1. Let's simulate the last game and see if he goes on to win. And what just happened right there? How did it go to Wemby when our boy Kawhi was number 1? I don't know how that happened, but sadly it does go to Wemby, even though I think it should have gone to Kawhi. There was 1 game remaining and somehow it goes to Wemby. I would be able to understand if Wemby had like a 100-point game for his last game, but he scored 18 points. I don't know how Kawhi did not win that. He was the runner-up to winning MVP. So in my eyes, I'm going to say Kawhi won it. I don't know what you guys want to say. Wemby does actually win it, but sadly, it was not our boy Kawhi. Christian Anderson Jr., Rookie of the Year, Scoot Henderson, 6-man, Wemby, Defensive Player, Darren Peterson, Most Improved, Jokic, Clutch Player, our head coach, Darko Rajakovic, Coach of the Year, and we also going to win Executive of the Year. All-NBA First Team, no one, but we do land Kawhi Leonard on an All-NBA Second Team. We also get Scotty Barnes on an All-NBA Third Team. Let's go. Do we get any more awards here? Nobody on an all-defensive team. How is that possible? Okay, it is what it is. I mean, let me just show you guys the defensive stats here. So Kawhi Leonard was averaging 2.5 steals per game with half a block, and Scotty, on the other hand, 2 blocks per game with 1.5 steal, and somehow neither of them make it on an all-defensive team. But you know what? None of that matters because we ended this season as the number 1 seed, winning a total of 71 games and losing only 11. We were absolutely unstoppable. And now, before we start simulating the playoffs, let's go ahead and take a look at player stats. So on our team, the leading scorer was none other than Kawhi Leonard, averaging 32 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2.5 steals, and half a block per game on 50, 40, 90 shooting splits at age 36. Amazing season in the books by Leonard. 24 points per game from Tyler Hero, another phenomenal season. 41% from the 3-point line, 20 from Scotty, 13 from Jalen Suggs, and 11 from Jacoby Walter. Let's also take a look at team stats here. So the offensive rating, we had the #1 best offensive rating this year with the #1 best defensive rating, and of course the #1 best point differential. And holy, this season we are making a total of 16 3-pointers per game. And now it's time for the playoffs, and in the first round, we are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. They have themselves Kyrie Irving, RJ Barrett, Michael Porter Jr., Jaime Jaquez, and Mark Williams. And now let's see how we do here in the first round of the playoffs. Game number 1, we do secure the win. Tyler Hero going off for 37 points against his former team, 36 Leonard, and 22 from Jalen Suggs. Game number 2, we also secure the win. Hero is out for his former team, even though he didn't even play a single game with them. He drops 31 points here in game 2, 30 Leonard, and a 24-point double-double from Jalen Suggs. Game number 3, we also secure the win. That is what I'm talking about. We outscore them here by 19 points. Leonard dropping 39 and Hero with 34. And we go on to sweep the Milwaukee Bucks, winning here in game 4, 156-116, outscoring them by 40 points. Scotty went off here 28, Hero 25, and a 23-point double-double from Jalen Suggs. And so far here in the playoffs, Kawhi is averaging 32 points per game, 32 from Hero, 19 from Jalen Suggs, and 19 from Scotty Barnes. And now we do move on to the second round of the playoffs, and it looks like we're taking on the Indiana Pacers. They've got themselves Tyrese Haliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Jarris Walker, Pascal Siakam, and Avia Zubac. In the regular season, I believe, or last offseason, we had a chance to get Zubac, but I did decide to go for Isaiah Hartenstein, and hopefully that pays off. Game 1, we secure the win. Holy cow, Leonard dropping 61 points, hitting 32 free throws, attempted 32 free throws, and also hit 32 free throws. That is insane. And I believe this is the most amount of points I've ever seen any player on our team score in the playoffs. 61 points. I don't even know if I've seen this in the regular season, but 17 from Hero and 16 from Suggs. Again, 61 points here from Kawhi Leonard. Game number 2, we also end up winning. Kawhi continues going off here with a 34-point double-double. Game number 3, another win under our belts. Scotty with 27-point double-double, 25 Leonard, and 25 from Hero. All we now have to do is win one more game, and then we advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we go on to sweep the Indiana Pacers. Leonard dropping 35, 31 Barnes, and 30 from Tyler Hero. Let's take a look at how Leonard has been doing. Bro is averaging 35 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.5 steals, and almost 1 block per game on 50, 40, 97 shooting splits. That is amazing. And now in the Eastern Conference Finals, somehow the Brooklyn Nets have made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and they have themselves Nolan Traore, Yegor Demon, Bilal Coulibaly, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. And honestly, this is one of the last teams I would have expected to make it this far in the playoffs, but here they are. They defeated Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Heat. So let's see how things go here. Game number 1, we secure the win. Leonard dropping 36, Scotty with a double-double, and Tyler Hero with 19. Hero's been amazing as well in the playoffs and in the regular season. Let's see how Scotty's doing. He's doing his thing, averaging 20 points. He's rebounding well, playmaking, and his defense is phenomenal. Game number 2, we also secure the win. Leonard 37, 34 Suggs, and 25 from Scotty. Another player I did forget to mention in depth is Jalen Suggs. He's been playing phenomenal for us. Look at this efficiency. In the regular season, he was shooting 54%, and now in the playoffs, he's shooting 64% from the field and 48% from the three-point line. But we are up 2-0 against Nets. Make that 3-0, 144-99. We end up winning here in game 3, and there's Jalen Suggs with 28, 26 Hero, and 22 from Scotty Barnes. And in the Western Conference Finals, we do have the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Dallas Mavericks. But can we sweep the Nets? And yes, we can. We have not lost a single game here in the playoffs so far. And that's kind of insane because in yesterday's video, each series up until the NBA Finals and even in the, well, you guys gotta watch it, each series was going to a game 7. Go check out that video if you haven't already. You guys are going to love it. And now we're either going to have to take on the Spurs. It looks like it will be the Spurs. Let's see. And yeah, so Victor Wembanyama goes on to win Western Conference Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging 35 and 5, 2.5 steals, half a block on 50, 50, 90 shooting splits. And now it all comes down to this: Kawhi Leonard taking on his former team in the NBA Finals. Can we go on to win this championship? Let's see. We do lose game number 1, 150 to 132. Okay. Wemby did outscore us here, dropping 29 points on our head. And oh god, we also going to lose game number 2. And this is where I need to come up with the defensive coach game plan. The Spurs have gone up 2-0 against us. Let's see if we can win game 3 here after coming up with the defensive coach game plan. They do have home court advantage on their side, and so far we start off the first half really strong. Can we keep the lead? And yes, we can. 137 to 111. Scotty with a 32-point triple-double. 29 Leonard and 22 from Tyler Hero. We do still have to win this next game in order for the series to tie up, so let's see if we can do that. The Spurs will have home court advantage once again. And so far we do have the lead. Okay, so we do go on to tie up this series. That's amazing. 141 to 104, we end up winning. Leonard going off for 35, 32 Hero, and a 29-point double-double from Scotty Barnes. That means they won both games at home, and now we won both games when they had home court advantage. Now, can we go up 3-0? That'll be amazing if we win the 3rd game in a row. We do have home court advantage, and holy, we end up winning here, blowing them out by nearly 50 points. That is amazing. Well, 40 points, sorry. Leonard had himself 33, 28 Hero, and 26 from Scotty Barnes with 8 stocks, 4 steals, and 4 blocks. So the last few games, we have won 3 in a row, and now we also have to win this next in order for us to win a championship. Can we do it? Let's see. That'll be our 4th winner in a row, and holy, we start off the first half really strong. Hopefully we keep this momentum, and we do go on to win 133 to 108. Leonard dropping 38 points against his former team, 21 Hero, and 16 from Jalen Suggs. He also had 5 steals. Leonard had 5 steals and 1 block. And just like that, we win the Toronto Raptors a championship with Scotty Barnes winning Finals MVP. Wait a second, why is it Scotty and not our boy Leonard? First they did him dirty in the regular season, we're not going to let that happen again. Kawhi Leonard goes on to win Finals MVP, averaging 31.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.5 steals, and half a block per game. I never changed the Finals MVP, but that disrespect was insane. Kawhi Leonard definitely deserved the Finals MVP, which is why it's going to Kawhi Leonard. But now, before I end up this video, let me show you guys the player stats for the playoffs. We played a total of 18 games, and in those 18 games, the leading scorer was our boy, Kawhi Leonard, averaging 33 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and half a block per game. Tyler Hero was going off here for 26 points, playing absolutely phenomenal. 50, 40, 90 shooting splits, 22 Scotty, and 16 from Jalen Suggs. And I had no clue that only 4 players on our team were in double digit scoring. That proves how amazing the offense of our big 3 has been. In the NBA Finals, we played a total of 6 games, and in those 6 games, the leading scorer was Kawhi Leonard, averaging 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Tyler Hero with 25, and 24 from Scotty, with 14 from Jalen Suggs. Now, that is going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 rebuilds, and click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.